after my spiritual reawakening, like fully coming back online last year, I started drawing, started feverishly writing, as I have expressed in my other videos. Getting out all of this information that I've had and I've thought and I have experienced and felt and dreamt, getting it onto a plane. I want to say a plane. I don't want to say paper, but getting it into this space, this arena where I'm holding it. And it's been percolating. And I've been gathering more information, and I've been integrating all parts of myself, parts that I had kept hidden, that were deeply wounded, that I had to go on recovery missions, internal recovery missions, going to find my inner child, who I had tucked away in a closet for safekeeping, because the world and my personal and my professional experiences were no place for that inner child. Not until my soul came fully back online to take over. And the environment had to be right for that. And so one of the first things that came to me as I started to contemplate what it means to be spiritual, and now I know spiritual is just one aspect. It isn't the picture. It's one aspect. We are a soul. It has to be included. It has a rightful place because we operate from a soul, not a mind. Our soul up through our filter, in through our filter, back into our soul. That is how I believe a conscious being operates. And so in my contemplation of what this means, one of the things that came to me was the notion of God as a frequency. As I don't believe that God, a creator, the creator of all, is gendered. I also don't believe that the Bible is anything more than a literary codebook. And when I say literary, it's open for interpretation. Words, again, like I expressed in the dictionary, that become interpreted by someone with their own position, experiences, understanding, beliefs, values, all those things gets interpreted. So, code book in, Bible, going through our filter, and now responding out. How does that serve the person interpreting it? What would the benefit be? And that becomes my narrative. And that is why I've learned there are so many versions. I did not know this. I did not realize how many versions of the Bible exist. I thought it was translated from some original form into other languages. But in the translation comes along with it the bias of the person interpreting, the culture, the environment. Everything is an influence on it. So what would be the value in gendering God as a man? Who benefits? Who benefits gendering the creator of all that is? Because I'm not disputing or arguing in a source that is so powerful that it creates influences. Absolutely. My challenge is to accept that this source would have a problem with me not capitalizing him with a capital H or with a capital G for God out of disrespect. Or if I say God with an adjective or any other word that I want to include in a phrase that isn't fitting the narrative of someone who it benefits. That's where I am challenged to accept it. And I think that the more in your face these experiences become, for so many people who have tried to pretend like patriarchy isn't really that bad or doesn't really impact anyone. It's so in your face. You can't not feel it. And it only matters, or it has in the past, it appeared to only matter to people if it somehow touched them in a way that negatively influenced them. And for many men, this realization that they thought, and I'm just supposing here, not everyone feels this way clearly, but like, let's be honest. This is my thoughts and experience and ponderings. That it's touching now the handful of men that are being benefited, that are benefiting from a narrative. All these other people who thought that they were part of that little group are realizing they're insignificant and that their needs don't matter and their hopes and their dreams irrelevant, and that they had plans and desires that they wanted to do certain things and it doesn't matter. now the effects are felt. And now more and more people will be motivated to step up because they feel like now it's a topic that matters.